Hi guys, and welcome back to the Betty Hall Clinic. Well, we've got another 5 from 1. This time it's from the Sega Saturn. These are 5 randomly picked games by my wife. They could be the good, the bad, or the downright ugly. Let's take a look. Well, we're kickstarting this one off with Exhumed. I fully understand why she's picked this one. We hammered this game to death back in the day. Known as Power Slave, though, everywhere else. Only known as Exhumed in Europe. This is a first-person shooter. You could argue maybe a bit of a Doom clone, but you know what? It's a fantastic game. You really should check it out.
Now, my eternal sleep has been broken by a savage race of creatures known as the Kiamat.
The game was released back in 1996 by Lobotomy Software. The Egyptian feel in this game is great. It's set in a city called Karnak. You have to traverse all the levels, basically build up your weapons, collect the ancient artifacts, and ultimately defeat the enemy. Oh god, no. 3D Lemmings. Sigh.
Let's go!
This is a game that got released again back in 1996 for the Saturn by Cynosis, and is a 3D version of the 2D classic.
Orca! Orca!
The Saturn, not really known for its 3D. I suppose it doesn't do too bad a job, but yeah, I think this was an awful game back then, to be quite honest. Certainly not the best, and if you enjoy this game, stick to the 2D version. It's the best out the entire lot. Virtua Fighter, now we're talking. Released back in '95 by Sega themselves. I played this on the arcade machines first, and I dread to think how much money I put in that slot machine. Always a favourite of mine when I went to Alton Towers at the time. Fantastic game. Was one of the very first 3D fighting games of the time. It just absolutely blew me away, because up to then all we had was 2D, obviously. But from a system that wasn't renowned for 3D, it did a cracking job. Yes, it looks very blocky, at times it is slow, but it is still a brilliant game. Sega Rally Championship, what an utter hit this was for Sega. Obviously produced by Sega, hit the arcades back in '94, hit the console in '95. Instant success. Me and Big Mart, we hammered this to death. What a fantastic racing game.
One medium right, checkpoint. Easy right. Over jump.
You had a choice of 2 cars. You could either do arcade or time attack mode, or even 2-player. And you know what, I wasted many an hour playing this game. Utterly fantastic, still looks great today. Thoroughly enjoy it.
Finish!
Gun Griffin, a game from Game Arts, released back in 1996, and funny enough takes place in the year 2015. Well, this is what it's supposed to look like. You take control of your robot or mech and basically destroy the enemy. It's as simple as that. There was a series of these games made. After a while, you can't just go in and charge. You've got to be methodical, you've got to plan your attacks and maybe trying to catch the enemy off guard. It's a brilliant game. If you've never played it before, you've got to check it out. Well, there we have it. That's 5 from 1 from the Sega Saturn. The wife didn't do too bad a job, but she's not getting away with Lemmings. Jude, you're sacked. Terrible game. Couldn't play it back then, still can't play it now. Apart from that, yeah, great games, great games. Exhumed is my favourite, probably out of that lot, to be quite honest. And it's a game, you know what, I'm going to give it another blast, because I thoroughly enjoy it. Right, well, I hope you've enjoyed this as much as I've enjoyed bringing it to you. If you've got any comments, as always, drop me a line, send me a text, do what you need to do. You can catch me either on Twitter at @B_Horde Clinic or on Facebook at Betty Horde Clinic. Thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and I'll catch you guys again. Take care.